Right now at 6, a deadly shooting at a Seattle food festival.
Everyone got scared. I mean, pushing each other, running over signs.
This morning, police have one person in custody while they work to track down another. The latest on what officials say happened. Nearly 20 people at a local youth challenge academy taken to the hospital after repeated calls to first responders. Investigators are now trying to figure out what caused the illnesses. Revising gun rules, a new bill set to be signed into law today in Montgomery County. We're live to break down what's changing. And what a gorgeous weekend, but will we get a repeat? There's a chance for rain in the mix. Tucker's in with your latest forecast to help you get ready for your week. Your news at 6 starts now. As always, appreciate you being with us here at 6 o'clock on Fox 5 and streaming on Fox Local. Stepped off the plane last night, was met with the humidity right away, and was like, I'm home.
It's like we missed you. The hug of humidity. Welcome back, Steve. Hey, Tucker. Hey, Caesar.
Welcome home, Steve.
We're going to hear all
we
about
brought you some
travels.
handsomeness for your Monday
Appreciate
night.
that. It's a great welcome gift.
Just what you want, yeah. And some humidity as well. So let's do it. Temps in the mid-80s, and we are looking at a quiet morning out there, although temperature's up just a little bit here. We're in the low 70s start the morning at Reagan National. 72 degrees, Dulles 2. And quiet morning. We'll get a few showers and thunderstorms billowing up in some afternoon heat and humidity this afternoon. Nothing terrible, but we'll have a couple scattered storms. We have a few this morning east of the bay. You can see those kind of fading down along the eastern shore. That's about it for your early morning hours. But mid-80s, couple showers and storms this afternoon. We've got a better chance tomorrow. I'll have more on that in just a moment. Caesar is doing some roads this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Tucker. So right now we're going to continue seeing that it's not too bad of a start to the day, but we do have some construction to talk about. Of course, it's on Connecticut Avenue in the southbound direction. It's the construction between Maryland 410 East-West Highway and Chevy Chase Circle. So traffic gets by in the right lane only. You can see that delays from the Beltway are around 9 minutes right now. It is a late lift, so it's expected to, of course, lift at around 7 a.m. Just keep that in mind. Some minor delays at the moment. Over to you.
A Fox 5 News alert now. 3 people are dead following a shooting at a food festival in Seattle. This morning, 1 person is under arrest. In addition to those killed, 4 others were injured, including a toddler, a 2-year-old, in fact. Authorities say shots rang out at the Bite of Seattle Food Festival beneath the city's Space Needle. Police believe 2 people were shooting at each other at that festival, and they do not believe the people shot were involved in the incident.
We suddenly heard some firecrackers, what I thought were firecrackers, and people started yelling, shooter, shooter. And there was like a stampede of people just running, knocking down a lot of products from the vendors.
Police are still searching for another person.
And another Fox 5 News alert after a 24-hour manhunt. The suspect in a deadly attack on a pride festival in Germany is dead. 21-year-old Abdul Balut was shot and killed by police during a confrontation in a Berlin suburb. Authorities say he had run toward officers with a sharp object when police opened fire. Police say on Saturday night he drove his van into a group of people in Berlin. 1 person was killed, 29 more injured. He was a German citizen with Lebanese roots. Investigators are calling it a terror attack, saying the suspect had tried to join the Islamic State group. Montgomery County is signing a new bill into law today that revises some of its rules on guns.
That includes regulating so-called ghost guns and restricting the possession of firearms in public places. Fox 5's Melanie Alwick, she's live in Rockville this morning with more on the changes. Good morning.
Good morning. And this has been the subject of legal challenges since 2021. So county council members say the action today really doesn't add any new requirements to any gun laws here in Montgomery County. It only changes language in the prior law to now comply with the Maryland Supreme State Court ruling. So the law does keep Montgomery County's ban on carrying firearms within 100 yards of sensitive public places, such as schools, libraries, parks, houses of worship, courthouses, and polling places. There are exceptions for concealed carry permit holders to travel with their firearms on public highways within the county, which will put them close to those restricted places. The bill continues to prohibit adults from giving, renting, or selling guns, ammunition, or gun parts to minors, but makes clear that ghost guns, ones that don't have serial numbers, are regulated by state law. It is still illegal in Maryland to possess, sell, or transfer unserialized firearms. The bill signing is at 12:30 today. Representatives from Moms Demand Action, Montgomery County Police, and Montgomery County Public Schools are expected to attend.
All right, 6:04 as we take a peek outside. Say good morning to everybody down in Leonardtown. A little bit early, but we'll get to Tucker and have plenty of time to have things to talk about on this Monday morning and get another work week underway after a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah, and how much he's missed you, Steve. I think he brought you up every day in some form or fashion last week, so we got plenty of time for that.
The conversation went like this. If Steve sends me one more bear pic.
Yep.
But no, we're very happy to have you back.
Yeah, we
Thank
are.
you, my friend.
Yes. Looked like it was a good time.
It was a great time.
Good. Well, we're going to have a good time this
pictures
morning.
soon.
We got not only do we have Steve back, we have Makia back as
we're
well.
winning.
We'll be celebrating. Fantastic. Okay, I wish we could celebrate the weather. It's mostly, the best stuff is mostly behind us. It won't be terrible, but a little more heat, a little more humidity the next couple days with a chance of a thunderstorm returning this afternoon. I think a best chance for storms this week will be tomorrow, as we'll have a strong frontal passage tomorrow. Okay, quiet morning out in Bluemont. Looks great out there. You can see a little bit of high thin cloudiness kick off the morning. Sun is just getting up, 72 degrees at 6 a.m. And we are generally cloudy out there, although I think we'll get plenty of sun today as well. 72 Dulles. Again, temperatures elevated just a little bit over the last couple of days. Storms overnight, mostly east of us, but you can see a couple of showers and storms got going along the eastern shore. And those are out at the beaches this morning, so those will fade away from our region. And we should be looking at generally sunny skies for the majority of the day. Now, as we get into the afternoon, we get some daytime heating, and we'll see a couple of storms bubble up, and we'll focus on that, and then a better chance of some storm activity tomorrow as we get a frontal passage and area low pressure off to our north that will be moving across the region. So lots going on tomorrow, but as far as this afternoon, just a kind of typical summer afternoon. 88 degrees, close to where we should be temperature-wise. More humidity continues to build into the area, and a scattered storm chance. Again, these are just popcorn variety storms a little later today. All right, before you head out, don't forget to download the Fox Local app. Yes, you can download it today, and then you can watch our news live right there on your phone. And, of course, you can check in, and you can do things like join the fan club and send us pictures. And we want to encourage you to do that. And it's a great app, so make sure you download it today. Okay, we're doing fan club? Yes, we are. See, sticking with fan club. Let's see what we got this morning. All right, we got Dion Zip Trip D checking in. And, so cute. Welcome back, Makia, and congratulations. All right, out there in Falls Church. Very cute picture of Makia, and of course, Makia's back early this morning, so we'll celebrate her all morning. Scan me in the upper right-hand corner and send your well wishes to Makia, who's back. Roger checking in from California. Oh, yeah.
Down in Cali?
Love it. I think that might be California, Maryland.
Oh.
We got a California, Maryland in southern Maryland. I'm ready for my ride. Looks like you're ready for your ride. You know, I've never met a dog who seems to mind sticking their head out the window. You know, if they have to close the eyes a little bit, it's all good.
Could just be a locker room celebration, too.
Oh, God.
You know, Steve, I hadn't considered. You're absolutely right. Maybe getting ready to pop the bubbly, huh? Don't want to get that in the eyes. Now that I understand. Scan me in the upper right-hand corner. Love both pictures. Caesar, what you got?
Well, right now, Tucker, we're looking here at the outer loop over on the top side of the Beltway, right? So drive time between 95 and 270 at the moment is at about 11 minutes. Of course, starting to see some of that buildup, still just slowly progressing, but for the most part, not too bad. I-270 in the southbound direction between 70 and the Beltway, we're looking at about a 35-minute drive time right there. And then as we jump over towards the Dulles Toll Road, in both directions, not too bad. You can see it's about 11 to 12 minutes either way. Steve?
Speculation growing on why the U.S. paused its attacks on Iran with no signs of peace talks between the two sides. Axios reporting that the president had been leading toward major combat operations. This is the New York Times reports there are concerns an escalation would further deplete the Pentagon's stockpile of interceptors and munitions. U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz dismissing that report, saying the U.S. remains, quote unquote, locked and loaded.
Well, he has a number of escalation options, whether that is infrastructure, power that is powering the IRGC and their war economy. And I won't take any options off the table here for the president, but I can tell you, and I just spoke with our great Secretary Hegseth, all of those options are on the table.
Iran and Oman held talks in Tehran over the past few days with the conversation revolving mainly around the Strait of Hormuz.
A live look now at the White House this morning. Tomorrow, President Trump will meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy will reportedly be in Washington for Senator Lindsey Graham's funeral. Graham is one of Ukraine's biggest supporters. The visit gives Zelenskyy a chance to try and shore up support here in Washington. Trump and Zelenskyy last met earlier this month on the sidelines of the NATO summit in Turkey, where they discussed strengthening Ukraine's air defenses and diplomatic efforts to end the war.
Trump administration reportedly preparing to increase ICE operations targeting Haitian migrants. According to reports, the plans could begin as early as this week. And more than 300,000 Haitians are set to lose temporary protected status and work permits starting today. This after a Supreme Court ruling last month after the Supreme Court sided with the Trump administration in efforts to end the temporary programs for Haitians and Syrians. That ruling's binding mandate is set to be issued to lower courts today. Meantime, the Department of Homeland Security says it does not discuss ongoing or future operations.
Democrats in Maine have selected a replacement for ex-Senate candidate Graham Plattner, who dropped out after a slew of scandals. Former Maine Senate President Troy Jackson will run in November. A 600-delegate convention made that decision. Jackson will face longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins in the midterms.
All right, fewer than 100 days now from the midterms. Democrats pushing forward with a new affordability agenda. House Leader Hakeem Jeffries says the goal is to lower the cost of groceries, gas, and housing. According to U.S. government data, the cost of groceries have spiked 33% since 2019, largest jump in decades. Maryland Congresswoman April McLean Delaney said voters want a plan on how to fix the economy. She faces Republican Robin Ficker in Maryland's 6th congressional district race this fall. Political analysts say control of Congress likely hinges on how voters will feel about the economy. Speaking of money, you're going to have an opportunity to shop tax-free in Maryland and Virginia just in time for back to school. We'll bring you the details.
We're also going to hear the latest from Europe, where wildfires are ravaging several countries, forcing tens of thousands of people to evacuate. We'll have that story.